How does risk play into digitizing money transfer? Do MTOs assume more risk by operating online than in the traditional model?
Interesting question. My short answer for that would actually be that it doesn't. We are now living in an age where digital IDVs and risks can be monitored, mitigated by having systems and controls built into systems. So I don't actually see that as any more risk as opposed to somebody that would venture into an MTO retail location and present his IDs. We are able to do verifications on IDs. We have automated lists with regards to sanctions, screening. So we are able to build quite decent and watertight systems to manage those risks. If anything, better than what would have happened if somebody went into an online space. So in short, the answer is that no.
Nadeem, you are the CEO of an online company, and of course you also deal in traditional remittances or have dealt with traditional remittances in the past. So it's quite interesting. So basically what you're saying is that so long as the technology tools are available, it does not matter, what business model you have, whether it's digital or offline. David, do you agree with this? Well, what's your take?
So it's an interesting one, this. So yes, I agree with Nadeem partially. Let's start on the basis that what we would call in payments online as being cardholder not present. And the moment you remove the cardholder from visual or from a non-present environment moving online, your risks naturally increase. So we're never quite sure on the surface if the cardholder who is making the transaction is in fact the cardholder who has in essence signed up to the MTO. Now, where Nadeem is absolutely correct, of course, is that technology is then responsible for playing its part in us ensuring that those risks are reduced. Now, what I would say is that if the technology is implemented correctly and you have the right controls in place, then we start to move into a position where we are de-risking all the time. Fraudsters are incredibly smart. I think we have to always take that into account. And myself, having worked in money transfer for, I guess, 8-10 years now, I've seen so many different ways that fraudsters can behave in pairs, where one person uses the other person's card, for example. You sign somebody up, somebody else uses that card, they're in collusion. These are the sort of things that technology struggles at times to keep up with, and that we in the payments industry, especially when we're managing fraud and risk from a platform perspective, always have to factor in. So yes, in some respects, it's incredibly de-risked if you do it correctly, but the risks are 10 times higher if you get it wrong.